Hey everyone, welcome back to part 6 of our React.js tutorial. And today's we are diving into how to display multiple items in React using lists and why React uses something called keys when rendering the lists. So how to use the map function and all these things together with the list items and all these things in this video. And let's dive into it. In most apps, you will need to show multiple items like a list of products, a list of users, a list of messages, and all these things. And React makes this super easy with the map function, which is nothing but a map method. So, rendering static lists. So let's start with a simple static list of movie names or something like a list of items. I'm going to in this app.js. I'm just removing all these things. Just give a div tag. In this, I'm going to give a movie list items. So take ul unordered list li. Okay, I have taken three list items. So now let's make this. Let's see the output first. Okay, npm run dev. So let's see what will be the output for this code. So we get the list items like Avengers, Kalki, and Bahubali. These are the list items we have taken. So it was something like static, and if you want to do something like 100 list items or 1000 list items, it will be difficult to us to represent every time li and close the li tag, all these things. So now we are going to render these list items with dynamic using the map function. Now let's make it dynamic using an array and the map function here. So let's take remove all these things also. So I'm going to take an array const movies same items. So I'm going to remove these lists which are the static. Now I want to display the this movies array in a list format. So for this we need to just initialize the unordered or ordered list. Within this we need to use the movies first curly brace, then what variable we are going to use with the array movies. So represent that variable dot map function. Within this map function we need to give a parameter like a movie or anything like your wish. What will be the variable here? I'm giving title, so you can give any name here. So then give the event, again a bracket. Within this we need to return our desired element or anything like this. So within the map function we are returning a list item. So for the list item, what we need to represent or display? Movie name. So this movie name was redirected to this title. For this we need to give title. Let's see the output. So we can see that the list items was arrived here. So let's see the difference. No items. So this is the difference between the dynamic and static rendering of list items in React.js. It was very efficient, and most of the web developers or React coders are suggested to use this map method. Here map loop over the array and returns an LA element for each movie. So, but wait, React needs a way to track each list item's identity when updating. So that's where key comes in. So there was a key for any key is a unique value for each item. For every item there should be a key value. So let's improve our code by adding keys. So we have the movies title and its index. Just give the index. I'm giving index. So within the element we need to give the attribute like key. In that attribute I'm giving index. This is the key item, which is nothing but an index or something like if zero index we have Avenger. If you in zero index, when Avenger display, the index will be zero. When Kalki display, the index will be one. Like this for Bahubali, the index will be two. This is the how we use the index in map function. Each li gets a unique key. Here we used the index of the item. In real projects, it better to use the unique IDs if available. So, so this is the how we use the index, and we can print the index just besides the title. We can see 0, 1, 2. So we get the output 0, 1, 2, and with respect to their titles. So sometimes you will need to show a list only if there is a data or something like conditional rendering basics. Something example like show the movie list if there are movies. Show a message like no movies found if list is empty. So for this we use the conditional list display. We will improve our code for recording that. So where our movies are get initialized in movies variable. Just give movies and find its length. If only its length greater than 0, use ternary operator bracket, close this. In else component I am giving something like no movies found. Okay, we need to close something. Okay, this should be just beside it. And div, so we need to close the curly brace. So we can see the conditional rendering here. If and only if movies list available, then only it will print the list of items. If there is no any movies in the list, it should give something like no movies found. This is the conditional rendering with map function. So we use a ternary operator here, and if movies dot length greater than 0 displays the list, otherwise show a message like no movies found. So this is the how we use the map function and list items and all these things together in when retrieving database from the data from the database. It will help us a lot in the running process. So today we have rendered a list dynamically using map function, learned why keys are essential in React list, built a movies list with live, added conditional rendering to handle empty list, and this is the wrap up for part 6. In part 7, we will dive into React forms and how to collect user input and manage form data with state management and like this. It's one of the most useful concept. Don't miss it. If you learned something today, smash that hit like button and drop a comment and your queries or suggestions or all these things, and subscribe so you don't miss it the next part of the 2025 series of React.js tutorial. See you in the part 7. Stay tuned. More words of knowledge on your way.